Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today, let's talk Negan's backstory in the Walking Dead comic. Just to be extra clear for those who are watching the TV show, we're talking about comic book Negan. Now, they might do something similar on the show as far as have a similar background, but this is just comic book Negan. Alright, so Skybound announced, I think it's a week ago now, maybe like 4 or 5 days ago, that they would do the comic book Negan backstory. Now, immediately, I got very excited. And then my excitement kind of dipped down when they started going into detail and they were talking about how essentially they're going to make a Image Plus catalog, basically showing, I'm assuming, as well as all the comic books that are out and coming out published by Image. We're also going to have like t-shirts and statues and figures. Now that stuff might just be in the preview book, because the idea is we get a preview book that is going to show all the collectibles that's coming out for like everything, from Marvel, DC, Image. And then in that book, kind of like a Sunday newspaper with flyers, you're going to get a catalog that is 64 pages, so it's pretty thick. Thickness of 2 comic books, and in that is going to be the Image Plus. And out of those 64 pages, 60 will be everything that's coming out and whatever articles they want to write, and then the other 4 is going to be Negan's backstory. Right now, it doesn't look like there's any digital options, so you'll be able to go to the comic book store, and you can just buy the preview book for Image Plus. And so essentially it's $2 once a month, and you get 4 pages of Negan's backstory for that $2, as well as the whole catalog. But it's going to run over the first 12 issues of this Image Plus, so that means that we have to go a whole year reading 4 pages at a time. And that's kind of what the disappointment was, though, because a lot of fans out there can just say, you know what, hell with it, I'm going to wait until they release it in its own comic, because they will. There's no way they would not release that, because I believe the comic for Negan's backstory is 48 pages total. So essentially they could just print a thick comic for Negan's backstory, put it out there with a badass cover, and this is a year from now, a year from May in 2000. So in June-ish of 2017, they'll release the complete story so you can read it right through in one single issue. That's what I'm guessing, estimate. But for right now, you have to read it 4 pages at a time. And again, that's something that was slightly disappointing, because it's 4 pages, and I understand. I'm sure Charlie's busy. He's got to do the art. If I had a choice, though, I would just pretty much prefer if we could just leave Image Plus out of it. And in just a year from now, if he needs the time, in a year from now, release a $40, 48-page comic book. I would pay that. Do Negan's backstory, 1 comic, $40 if it's about, and you're making probably more money than you are with the Image Plus thing. But right now, releasing it this way, it's, in my eyes, I can't see any other purpose except for to promote the Image Plus, which obviously is a smart idea, but I kind of feel like the most dedicated fans get the shittier end of the stick. Your most dedicated fan's going to read it day 1, so they got to buy this. You're forcing them to buy this Image Plus, and then after that, they're going to buy the complete, collection, the complete comic when you release it with Negan. Obviously. And now I'm in a position where I got to, because I'm going to review it, so I gotta buy it no matter what. And I want Negan's backstory, so I'm not going to bitch or put up a fit or say they need to change it for us fans. I'm going to simply say I was happy. The news kind of got me down a little, like rubbed me the wrong way, kind of. But in the end, we're going to get his complete story. It's going to take a year, at least a year, a couple months, to get it all in one comic. But it's getting here. That cloud moved and a whole ton of light came in here. Anyway, in closing, I'm going to keep my mind open on this Image Plus, because, again, it could actually be something that's really cool that I never would have known it existed unless it was for something like this. However, I do feel like a month is overkill. I feel like a year is just overkill at 4 pages a month. And I think something along the lines of previewing it for maybe, 3 or 4 months at 4 pages still. And again, just a preview, and then after that, come out with the full release single comic of 48 pages. Something like that. Now, that would probably benefit the fans more. To be honest, I don't see how this benefits the fans in the long run for a whole year. We do get the story, though, so we should probably just shut up and be happy for that. They don't owe us a backstory, so hey. Let me know what you think, your thoughts and opinions on this. Again, if you're pissed off about how we're getting it, keep your mind open because Image Plus could turn out to be something cool. Plus, on the bright side, not only will I be reviewing the 4 pages once a month when they start dropping in May, I believe, but I'm also going to take a minute to review the Image Plus and see what that's all about, at least for the first month. I'll tack that into the video somewhere. Alright guys, so thoughts and opinions on Negan's backstory, and I want to ask you, do you think Negan was a used car salesman, like Kirkman said in his letter hacks, or do you think he was just being a smartass? Put your thoughts and opinions about that in the comment box, and let me know if you plan on getting this for the next year, for every single month. Thoughts and opinions in the comment box. I'm done talking, it's your turn. Subscribe now.